Hey everyone, Diana Trout here today with my journaling kit all spread out on my desk here, and I wanted to show you what I put in my journal kit. You might have different needs or desires, and these are just some ideas of what I use. First of all, this is the bag that I use. It's an old bag from K & Company that you probably, I looked around to see if they make them and I don't see them. But this particular bag is opened at the top, which is a good option for me. And it's got pockets all around the outside, which I love. So, because it keeps things neat, and I tend to be a bit sloppy. So this keeps things neat for me. So let me show you what I fill it with, and I don't know where to put it. There. There we go. Okay, so first thing I have is, of course, my journal. And this is a nice, small, soft cover journal that I make these from one sheet of paper. I'm actually going to do a video on how to make this. It's a real simple technique, and it's a 5-hole pamphlet. So that is in there. I have a folder filled with magazine cutouts, book papers, decorative papers, all sorts of stuff, words, some poems, just whatever you like can go in this. And I really should tidy this up a bit, but no, yeah, I'll do that later. I just keep this all rubber banded together in here, and every once in a while I refill it up. Usually though, I'm somewhere where I'm snatching papers to fill it, so it doesn't need replenishing all that often. I have a magazine. I'll probably take some of these pages from this magazine and tuck it into my collage folder, but I always have a magazine so that when I'm gluing up something, I can use a piece of paper from the magazine to keep the mess confined, and then I just close it and tear it off and throw it away. So that's pretty essential for me, and probably anyone who's journaling on the go. In the color department, I like to have crayons, regular crayons. They could be kids' crayons. I have, this says Neocolor 1, but it's actually Neocolor 2. And I just have a small selection that I use, that I like to have. I have my watercolor travel kit, palette, which I love to have. I'm tucking things in as I go. A water spritz bottle, just label it H2O, and in that goes, I have a couple of these water brushes. I really like using these because they're so simple to use, and somewhere around here, here it is. Carry a little bit of a rag so that you're not worrying about having paper towels or something if you're running around. A small container of gesso. Make sure this lid is tight on. That's just a little spice jar filled with gesso. And I just use the lid as a palette. And that goes, my India ink. I like to carry that with me. So just make sure that lid's on tight. And in that goes, I have a bamboo pen with, let me bring this in closer for this. This is a nice little pen. I think I got this at an art supply store. And on the other end it has a brush, a Japanese brush. And I do like to use that with my black ink. So in that goes, let's put that pointy side down. I have a cutting mat, a small cutting mat, and an X-Acto. I'm going to pull back out. Oops, wrong way. Let's go the wrong way. X-Acto, set of scissors, in there, and let's see. Oh, wet wipes, baby wipes, whatever you call them. They're just nice for cleaning up your hands. I just added in some whiteout. I'm not sure it's going to stay, but it's that kind of whiteout that has a little foam brush, which I think will be nice. I tried using, it also has this pen. I tried using that, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, that's in there. And this whiteout, I just added this as well. Whiteout that you run, lays down some tape. I think that will be good. I'm not convinced about the glue thing. So let me turn this bag around. And in goes my glue stick. I love this Cocoino. It smells so good. And I always have to have tapes. You might want a stapler, but I just have a few washi tapes. I love those. So, and I use them a lot, so I like to keep them in my kit. A big thing of masking tape, which doesn't fit in a pocket, so that goes in here. Now let's see here. I have 2 pencil cases, and this pencil case has a selection of paint pens. And this really covers just about everything I need when I journal. I have a pencil sharpener in here as well, and an eraser, paint pens, Inktense pencils. If you're not familiar with these, they're a colored pencil, but it's actually ink, and they're just really juicy and nice. I also have the, they're from Derwent. Sorry, let me show you that a little closer. Derwent Inktense. They have them at art supply stores. Dick Blick has them. And the other thing I love is the Derwent sketching pencils. And these are wash pencils, so that when you lay them down, you can wet them and they'll bleed, which I love. And that I have them medium, dark, and light wash. A few pens, a couple of microns, 01 and 03, cover just about anything. My Kuretake brush pen, I love this, got it at Jet Pens. It's a really nice pen. Mechanical pencil. Oh, and a tip about your pens, since we're on the topic, keep them in a pencil case so that they're lying flat, or in anywhere that's lying flat. You don't want to store your pens in a jar. I know they look pretty, but you don't want to do that, because if you store them one way, the ink is not going to flow. If you store them the other way, the ink is going to all be at the front and begin to dry out. You just want to keep them lying down. So all the pens, all my pens are stored that way in pencil cases. And then let's see, we have one more. This goes in. One more pencil cases. And by the way, these pencil cases are from Blue Q, which is BLUE Q, which has really excellent little bags. Really fun stuff over there. Just some gel pens in this pencil case. And again, make sure the caps are nice tight on, and that they are stored horizontally, and you'll get the longest life out of them. I always use Sakura pens. I just won't buy anything else because they're they don't last. So Sakura pens. Let me see my pencil, my pencil sharpener, and that's it. That's everything I have in there. Now, what I recommend is that you really sit down and go through your art supplies, decide what you use. The other thing I'm about to put in there is I have a small set of alphabet stamps, and I'll put in an ink pad, a little ink pad in there too. But sit down and decide what you want in here, what you use. Go through your supplies. I can grab this and come up to the studio, and it comes with me. I can go to another room in the house. I can go out in the backyard, go to a friend's, go to a coffee shop. It's all here. I don't have to pack. I don't have to decide. It's all here. So even if I'm going to the sofa at night, sitting there with my husband while he's watching a basketball game or whatever, everything's here. So this is why I just find I journal more if I have this kit. And I'm going to come back in a couple of days and show you how I make this journal, which is great. A small journal is really excellent for a journal kit. So you're not taking up a lot of room, and you just make another one and change it out when you're done with it. So I hope that was helpful. It sure does help me to have this kit ready to go at all times. So just sit down with your list, decide what you want in there, and take an hour or so to fill it. Take some time for yourself to get yourself set up so that you can journal anywhere, anytime. Bye now.